So, since I sleep like 6 hours every night.
Audrey Strelian says.
Hey, fix it.
Yeah.
I'm actually about to go to bed, but I just wanted to say
Okay.
hi.
So, good night, Audrey. Hi. Well, thanks for coming in and saying hi. I'm just trying to wake up when you're about to go to bed. So, good night and sweet dreams. Let's start Firefox. Can I remember a password when I'm just waking up? Oh my goodness. I didn't think I would be that tired. But I'm not really tired. I'm just woke up. So. That was so cold. My teeth was like, oh, I'm not gonna chew this. It's so cold. Right, we did that search and we found stuff. We found this hacking articles thing. So it's a site offering some kind of training and stuff. Maybe a person, their blog. I didn't remove this one. Oh my, that's right. I had 2 Firefoxes open, so the number of links just multiplied, but this was a kind of cool site. I found it in the search too. Linux command library. And this was the first page of that, so this one I'm going to have to add to my notes. Let's just open this up. And also the machine mnemonic we did finished yesterday. I used 2 of these commands to John, and then this is what Al used there, so it was the same thing. Also, so then I realized, why didn't I add that to the notes? So let's start with adding these to the notes. So let's open the mnemonic one and just go through what here I need to add to the notes. So I don't think there was anything in the Nmap, but just to click everything. And this was, we already know we should check robots.txt. Though I never remember if it's robot.txt or robots.txt. And we could add our latest GoBuster command to the notes for GoBuster actually. Though I'm not sure if there's a difference, but just because this was a long time ago, I know I don't have much notes on GoBuster, so if we go down to here, let's open this one too. Right, yeah, so this is oh, right, so that's why I added this one. And this is a more basic one. And I have the help already here. There. There. So here. This is where we try to unzip the file. Noticed that it didn't open, and this is what we used. I'm too tired, I think. It's not encrypted or stored with non-hello compression type. Backups with no txt. We got this. It's not encrypted. I didn't read this. That's good. So there was a password, but it wasn't encrypted. But it gave us this file. So I guess it could be more advanced encryption. It's odd. Version 1 or 2, or it's just telling us things. Anyway, let's add that note. Here. So let's it's easier if I have this problem again. Yeah, I did save that link though. So if I look for zip, I will find this. And also on the other one, I added the other command. So why does it still say? Alright, because I clicked the wrong thing, kinda. So if we go back here, and we go to this one, and we click this one, and go back more, here. I feel slow, still waking up. Yeah, and we tried first with John's own list and it didn't work, so Rocky worked. So there. The thing I don't like with these kinds of thing though, let's undo that. And didn't I do that? Whatever. Let's do these instead, so we can do. Oh well, not much color though. Leave it like this. Maybe this is more readable. I would love to just be able to say I want this in this color. Just, Word or that kind of editor, kind of editing. So we'll run to. This is slow tempo start, right? Then we unzipped it and told the password. So this is like a repetition also of the box. Maybe that's good. And then let's look at our Hydra nodes and see if we have. And this is why I've been thinking about splitting my obsidian. One of the reasons, because the boxes I have done and the nodes, you kind of tend to hop between those, right? So yeah, I remember updating my notes because it was not clear. So this is this is for the FTP user. And there's nothing here. Yeah, kind of the V and T. I'll add this as an example too, because it's always good to have some examples that you actually used in the notes. Another example here. Well, let's add it here so we have the coloring. Sorry for being not all the way woken up here. So there we have added a bit to our notes, and I know that I already have the explanation for these, but it's kind of obvious to me. So we have verbose and we have threads, and it's up here, and the basic info here is from a Triacme room, I'm kind of sure. Yeah, there was a difference. Oh my goodness, that was not intended, but kind of funny. Adding an extra dot up there. I didn't even know you could right click. Okay. There, I learned something. Let's add that to the Obsidian notes. Since I don't think I've ever made a table, really. It's not even in my Obsidian notes. Obsidian notes. No, oh. So let's see here. Right, I should have known that O is after I, and this is on infosec, so. Am I just blind? O is also before R. No, so this is still. I'm just. I just feel like I am not really woken up yet. So this is. Oh, I just skipped over it. Because this is programming, so that's why. I thought this was also the infosec bit. So here we have Obsidian. So let's add the right click. Oh, why is it so much space here? Whatever. Let's add it at the end. And there's nothing here about the. But let's just. I think all of these I have, but this one could be kind of fun to see. So if I do just a print screen here, and we open an editor and paste this, and let's select this bit there, and and I'm tired enough to press Ctrl S instead of Ctrl C there, and then instead of this we'll just paste this image. So to remind us that we have a right click there, and that we can make a table from this. So let's actually make a table too. So what happens if we do that? Okay, so we now have a table here. What if we wanted to add a column? Can I right click this? Yeah. So let's print screen that too. So that's kind of funny on top of that image. Oh, I think I know why I Ctrl S, because I do S to select stuff. I didn't want all of it really. It's just enough to see the end of the normal menu. So now we have some more odd notes there. So the next note to add, or let's just follow the theme here. So with FTP, right. I went into all the directories. I was going to cut this down a bit. We'll see. Then we noticed that we had an encrypted IDRSA from the FTP, I think, must be. So we did this. And also there, let's take the opportunity to read default input encoding. Yeah, and I think I catted this. Or rather, what I did was to first not use this bit, and then I realized I have to get a file, you know. And here it found the password. So I didn't actually add this here afterwards, so we can do that. That was what I was after, but let's continue to see if there's something else to add to the notes. This is in the wrong place, this note. No, it's me. Just I'm just tired. Where were we? I think we were here, right? And I added that, and then we did SSH'd, and we were logged out. And this is the end of that day. And then the next one. Did we use any fun commands or learn anything here? Maybe we learned that it's kind of good to check the permissions here too. So let's add this to the Linux exploration. Oh, I'm in web there. Okay, let's open this one too here. Find users on machine. So when we do this, we should also check permissions on other users' directories. There. That's kind of nice. Scrolling up again. But we're almost done now. That's nice to have in the notes, so this is totally worth it.
Arduku says, instead of who am I, you can use it. It will show you also the groups you are in.
Right.
Also morning.
Good morning, Arduku. Welcome in. Welcome back. Right, so let's add it, because I agree. There. So this is really wasn't something I was doing, but this is actually interesting information. So I'm just getting as soon as I get a pop-up here from I got a message too, I'll have to reply to later. So let's see here. I got a message from pop-up from AliExpress on my phone, a notification. And you know, if I get packages outside the door, I want to go get them. So let's see. No, I don't think so. It was something else. There. Oh, that's a great tip. Do you have any other suggestions? You're welcome to help me get my notes better. So, and the bear thing was really not useful, right? It was just all right. This was just me starting to try and follow my own notes, just because. And I realized another reason to do PS aux.
Not right now, but I will let you know when I remember tongue.
Yeah, exactly. Great, thanks. So it's not just this part, but all parts. PS Ox here. I'm also thinking this is, you can see are we in Docker? Or in a Docker container? Because, you know, a tiny number of processes or stuff like that. I feel like I'm typing too much. But maybe it's good to have some of these things. I still see this at one glance, though, so. So, what else? This was still me following, testing my own notes there, right? And this too, because we had stuff to try, but I wanted to just try the notes. So this is in my notes, most definitely. Right, and I think I have like an odd note here suggested. So let's just change this, because we have tested it now. And we got a much more specific result than my old one, which also gives us this oh, that's kind of long. This is not what you want to read if you're just checking through things. I think I had another one too that's not in here. It's probably in one of the other box notes. I should go through everything. I should also try and finish it all. So let's just switch those about. Because if we want to see more, we can see a bit more information there, but it's not really useful information anyway. I won't always do all of this like I did this time. This was more like to just test everything, you know. Yeah, and then we looked at these, and then we decoded it and got these. Also, maybe we should see if this has a meaning. There are probably something hidden there. I never thought about that. Should we do it? Yeah, I haven't got my virtual machine. I actually closed my computer down tonight. So it was off and sleeping when I was sleeping. That's a long time since I shut it down like that. Though it's summer is coming, so maybe I'll be more, you know, in the winter time the power is just heat in the house. In the summer you don't want it to be too hot. So time to move this to the other screen, I think. What was I going to do? Right, I was going to try and see if what happens if we just base64 decode this one. Is it some text hidden there? Just for fun. Oh, I really did lots of that, did I? Oh no. No, it's nothing. It didn't really look like it though, either. But I just wanted to test. So, right. I did show you. I was thinking, did I even switch screens? I did.
Base64D works also if you are lazy to write decode.
Alright. Yeah, maybe I should start using that. But usually it just pops up when I type echo, you know? So it's kind of instant. But maybe that's not in my notes. We're kind of doing the notes now, right? So, do I even have a note? Or do I think it's a basic thing? Yeah, I think we added one yesterday. Since I did the MD5 one, I created a new one here. And I added this one too, since I added the MD5. So let's actually do that too. So, so I go. We'll use the same example because this is obviously looking right, you know, looking like one. So we can just do there. So thanks. So let's see if we can find anything else. And that's lots of scrolling, lots of scrolling. I'll have to split them. I know. So, all right, this is all of it. I haven't cut something out, anything out. I just wanted it to go quickly. And we even have one of these. This is, I'm not sure if I want to look through all of this. We're like a fifth of the way down. I'm not even reading what I'm doing. Oh, right. We already have notes on all of this, so I just took all of it so I wouldn't lose anything. And then I was thinking I'll check through it later. And this is not that later. Oh my. Oh. Here we're SSHing. Oops. And we had this in the notes right already. Oh my. Keep clicking right click by mistake. This is in the notes too. Look at the output there. Kind of funny. Oh, here's where we cloned that. This is probably, maybe we should fix these notes, because this is kind of annoying. But I'm still feeling it's... I must have happened to paste this, you know, into into the prompt here. This is in the notes before. Let's look at the last one. We looked at the directory and these. And processes is this long far up. And it was still in this one because I just took everything. Might as well fix this while I see it. So the SSH I would assume is here, right? So we don't need it again. And also there's lots of SSHs since it turned us out, right? Just a quick getting rid of some things. Yeah, these were also there. And I looked at help find. Finds help. So that may not be for this place, but we can check if we have that in find information. That's the processes. And then we did... Oh my god, I was just talking here. Didn't do anything. Was just logged out again. Talking too much. There we have those. Let's get rid of this so we have less stuff. And then we do again SSH, and these are already there. Yeah, I was comparing the results of the different netstack commands and the SS one. So this is also in the notes. That's mistaken paste. Did I do it? What? I don't remember doing that. So here we're actually doing new stuff. So after getting these, which I think is the last thing there, we managed to paste that into the prompt somehow. So let's see here. In the memory now, I have the find help output from the machine though. Oh, let's skip it. Maybe we want colors find out instead anyway. So let's continue looking at this. It could be nice to have the ls of the directory there of our own. That we actually made a directory. A little bit of order here in the cause, and it's already 8:18. I'll have to check on my kids again. So here I did the clone. I want that in the notes. Then I did grab help.
Tuwei says, "Hello, Fixel."
Hi, hello, Tuwasi. I remember you from yesterday. Welcome in. I'm just ordering my notes from. I finished Memnonic yesterday, so I did not. Actually, the point is to find if there's anything to learn. Yeah, so welcome in here. We don't want the grab help in here, but maybe we want to have saved grab help, but it might even be there.
I subscribed to you from meeting you yesterday. Arduku says,
"Oh."
I see you do the same as Theo does for CD path and then LSL, but you can do LS law path. It's faster.
No, but I do LSLA. I don't think of it. I just type it quickly. LSLA. Yeah, LSLA path. Yeah, I know. I know. It depends. In the start of this box, you actually don't have permissions to use CD. So then I had to do that. But I like being in the directories. Especially here where you run the Python commands. It's nice to be in there. So let's just remove this help too. So I'm typing LSLA all the time just as a pause. When I'm not doing anything else, I'm just automatically typing LSLA. So
Arduku says, yeah, but in box like mnemonic with a timer, ls path log gives you a bit more time. Smile.
Oh, but I didn't hurry, as you might have noticed. I just timed out while talking several times. So it's not that if you would have to get some kind of new thing to log in again, but when you can just arrow up, log in again, there's no stress there. No, not at all. And these were Carrot suggested me that I would do this, but it's not really relevant for this machine since it's not even logical to try it in this one. So, but it's in my notes now for exploring when you get to a Linux terminal on the machine. So as you can see, I do lots of LSLA, and it's not that I don't remember the file, it's that it's like my pause command. I just don't think about it. License, these are exactly the same, It's no use. Yeah, well, I think actually I was looking where did I save the image. So I was probably doing that. We can have this in the node, it doesn't matter. I'm just don't want them to be all of the other things too the same. I just pasted everything so I didn't lose anything. I didn't want to do this then when we wanted to finish the box. Now I'm just, well, okay, let's do it while I'm still in here. So, and also I'm kind of just woke up. So, by the way, where in the world are you? Audrey popped in and said good night because I was going to sleep. So. Are you in Europe? Where are you? What time is it where you're at? It's mostly the time zone, It's kind of fun to know, oh, that person is actually trying not to fall asleep, or that person is, they're up, though it's too early in the morning, which I kind of feel like I was when I started. What we're doing here is trying to see if there's anything here that we want to add to the notes. If there was anything I didn't add. And the reason I started this is because in Al-Hasred's stream yesterday, he used GPG to John, and then I realized, because I made this note then I realized that I didn't type down that I used SSH to John and FTP. Where is it?
I said morning, but I am 2 bridges and
Zip
a
to
bridge
John.
/ tunnel away from Sweden tongue.
Okay. Yeah, I know you said morning, but I usually say morning if someone I know they're in the morning, so, and I know I have my clock there, the time up on screen. Oh. So, you're just 2 bridges and a bridge tunnel. What does that mean? UK? I'm counting bridges. Bridge to Denmark? No, that doesn't work. So you could be like you're somewhere in Europe, definitely. Denmark, yeah. Okay.
I'm in
okay,
Denmark,
so bridges
but not Copenhagen.
in... Okay, because I don't know all the tunnels in Denmark, unfortunately. Sorry. So, yeah, keep talking English. I'm not good at understanding Danish. Especially maybe if it's written. I don't know. Is it? You know what the Swedes say, that Danes speak with like porridge in their mouth, which I almost am doing actually.
Tuwe says, it's 0225 here in
Oh.
Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Arduku says, the
Cool,
same.
cool.
I am not Danish, but I do live here. Smile, smile.
Okay.
Tuwe says, way past my bedtime.
Yeah, that's what I was yesterday. But not that far past, maybe. It depends on when you're getting up. But since I was aiming for getting up at 6, it was kind of late with midnight. Though my brain would really like to stay up until 4, if it could, So, let's go back to this one. See if we can... We're done with most of this boring bit of cutting out stuff that's not interesting. Right. I didn't do the import, so we don't have to. The bad one. So this... Yeah, and I realized I had to do pip3 too. That the name of this is that. And then we run it and we got the error, and that's okay to have in here, but not a million times, right?
I get up at 0545.
You should be sleeping. Are you one of those people that say, oh, it's too late to sleep, I'll just stay up? I could never do that. But you have 3 hours and 20 minutes until you're supposed to get up.
Low.
Right? How are you still awake? Yeah, let's...
No one going to bed.
Yeah, you're going to bed. Don't let me... Maybe you should do real boring stuff, Aaron. But I'm very grateful for you popping in. And I'll have to say good night then, and sweet dreams. And I hope you go to bed soon, because it's kind of good to get some kind of sleep. I know 3 hours is kind of enough sometimes, but not all nights. Then you go cross-eyed. So, right, colored.
But I got a notification that you were on and did not want to miss it.
Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. Look, I'll probably be on until 12, so my time, so 3.5 hours more, or something like that. So, go to bed. I always keep the VODs, and I usually do highlights of them too, so they stay on forever. In case there's something really interesting, it won't be. But of course, we can't talk then. But I'll be streaming. Look at my schedule. I made a crazy schedule for myself. Yeah, so I'll be on later tomorrow, and then maybe even later. some other day. So good night. And thanks again for popping in. So, let's see here. How much of this do we really need? Because I was debugging this.
I will be sure to talk you on the next.
Yeah, I see what it was, what you were typing. Yeah. Great. Tomorrow, I do all the weekdays now, so tomorrow. And also later
I leave
today.
my PC running anyway.
Okay. Oh. So, we'll see if we see each other later today. I'll be streaming at my time 14 again. I'll test stream, so. Totally different environment outside. Maybe you're awake then.
Cheers.
Bye. This is the wrong. I don't want to have all of these in here. It's kind of too much. It's enough with one of the error messages and one of the right ones. So this is the error message we want. And I don't know if I care to change all of these characters. It'll be off there. Oh, and this is where I, by mistake, I was typing MV and I discovered the command MC, which is kind of nice. So nice when you discover stuff by mistake. And here we can see how the directory's contents changes and the sizes of the files. So it's kind of nice to keep those LSLAs in there. Though that was just switching directories. Whatever. Here we have this again. I can clean this out more, but I think this is kind of the end there. And I had to end. I was driving my kid to school, so then it's the next day. Here, second try, and this time I ran it and got it working. And here we have the error message again. Maybe I should just remove it from the last day. Because, well, there is that it worked, and then we have it again, and then we have it again, because I typed wrong things. Like, that's not useful. So which is the last one? Here. Yeah, it bugged out because I typed the wrong thing. So kinda long notes for nothing. Yeah, I had to I think I had to move it. And also that I edited it doesn't have to be in there twice. There, and we got the... And I was thinking there with the... on Al's stream yesterday, he got something in 1982, I think. So what's the thing with these passwords? So... Is there anything in this that I could add to my notes? Well, I'm thinking to remember to type PHP 3. Because I'm mostly used to Python on Windows, so... there, and now we could log in with another account that did not get thrown out of the machine. And we checked the directories. There were actually nothing there. There was an HTML file. There was nothing. Then, right. Yeah, I remember when you run this, it clears the screen. So I lost all my notes. I had to redo everything to get notes on it because I wanted this code in there, catted and everything. This is actually the thing that I'm not all clear about, and that's nice to remember. So, here. I'm just connecting the parentheses. Yeah, so we have an input here. That's what I missed before. This. We have an input. So, I would have missed it even if Age had not seen it for me. I would have read it more, and I'm telling people not to help me, but since he was like popping in and popping out from while getting dressed for an interview or something. So that was nice still. So let's just do input Python here. Oh, and let's see more how input function works. But it was sent straight to let's tab. It's sent straight to OS system, so it doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, we just get it out. I wouldn't have to. It's really more like OS.system. I should have done OS system instead, because though it's kind of obvious, I still wanna check it out. So yeah, it's execute a OS command, but it could have been called os.command. Would have been more clear. So it just sends whatever we type to. Oh well. That's an obvious thing. That if OS system is in a Python script like that with input. So this line, let's copy this and put it, let's see. I'm thinking, do I want this to? Maybe it's all of this is important. Let's add it to here. Oh my goodness. There. So now we have the bit of the script that we were supposed to find. So that's the way to get root on this one. Was this actually where I did this? No, this is just the cutting, and then when we did it, yeah, I have it here. Okay, good. But I don't have any screenshots or anything of the menu since it's, well, we have it here. It looks the same. And, well, we don't need this. We didn't need to add anything. It was kinda obvious, right? Maybe I should go through this one and see if there's anything. But the point of this was to make notes. So I'm thinking that one section of notes that I need to create is how to find vulnerabilities in different things. And this is so crazy. This is just added. The only reason to add the OS system is to make it vulnerable on purpose. This is not a real life thing. You would never do that. If you wanted it to just pause, you would just have input. You wouldn't have sending it to OS system. Whatever. Running also. It's just obviously purposefully vulnerable, and it's no other purpose. But we could see it again, so let's make something where to look for in code. What would I call this? So a new folder, and our numbers are increasing quickly. The numbers are really just there so I can find it easily. At the start they were ordered. I will have to renumber things, I guess, because they're just mixed.
Fixerbot says,
Oh.
Welcome Raiders.
Welcome
Security Live brought
Raiders.
6 friends to the party.
Hi.
Go drop them a follow.
Welcome in Security Live. Oh, and right now I changed it from, I had it as an announcement, so I didn't hear it, since it doesn't read announcements. So maybe we should read announcements? Security Live, what do you think? A suggestion? So I had to change it from an announcement to a chat message instead, and then it's reading it. So thank you, welcome in. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, I was going to type something. I don't remember what I was doing. We were adding, finding code. And we're going to add Python here. So, in Python, if you see some crazy person doing this, it's very purposefully vulnerable, but it's still. So, OS system is really the thing here. So, os.system. There. Oh, should we do that with that too? So I'm kind of just finding stuff in my notes to add to my notes. So it's kind of odd studying, no? So how was your stream, Security Live? I realize it's kind of late over there, right? But it's not as late as yours. Sometimes you're streaming until it's 1 o'clock in Sweden.
New follower Twitch. New follower Hybrid Robotics. Less than 3. Patricum says.
In.
So what happens in feet today? Translated from
Vad händer
Swedish.
och fötter idag? Well, we'll see. So far, I've been waking up and eating breakfast and fixing the notes of it. Do you have any suggestions? I'm kind of done with what I was doing, because yesterday I finished this mnemonic box, and I just went through all of this and checked so that there's nothing more to add to the notes. And this, let's see, here is where I found this. This is how you get root in this box, by this very, very odd thing to put in your script. Why send the input when you're exiting out of a menu to OS system? It's just on purpose, you know, to make something for people to find.
Security Jive says.
Just messed up my kernel and have to recompile.
But I'm very impressed with you just jumping into things, and you never see if it's like, oh, you can't do this. I would go, oh, that's sad. I'll have to find I have to find another way to fix it. And you're like, okay, so that doesn't work yet. Let's fix it. And I'm so impressed by this attitude and the way you just is totally wonderful. I love it. So it's very cool, Security Live. I love how you just jump into things and fix them. Yeah, you know, and you don't give up on these that other people hasn't solved it yet. You just solve it yourself. It's wonderful. I love it. So everybody, of course, follow Security Live. And I don't think that it auto shouted you out, so let's do it. A real Twitch shout out there too. There. Follow. You have to follow Security Live. I just told you why, right? And it also has lots of knowledge about different things. And by the way, I have a question for you, cause my hubby, my husband, he's got problems with
Patricum says.
VMware.
That's doing it the correct way and upstream it to the community.
Yeah, exactly. And his company, they're using VMware and they're like selling it, I think, too, maybe. At least it's a company that has, they're paying quite a big sum, usually every month. But now it will more than double if they continue using it more now. So I'm thinking, I know that you use Proxmox. Is that a viable solution for a company that hosts a lot of people's stuff? What do you think? Is it like professional enough? Because he's thinking Hyper-V and I'm thinking, he's also thinking, do we have enough Linux knowledge to run it? But they still have to learn something new, because I don't think they'll continue. But probably they will still have to, because they didn't do the work early enough, so they have to like be off VMware at the start of next month. And you know, it's the 27th, so they'll never have time to switch. But they're still researching what they'll have to keep using it for 3 years. That's a crazy amount of time. And they'll have to pay stuff. They're trying to reduce how many kernels they're using and stuff. Well, we'll see. But if Security Live or anyone else have any tips there, so since I know you use it, and I'm thinking I will use Proxmox.
Security Jive says.
I'm not sure if I would take Proxmox Prod Prime Time. I'm sure some do. I don't have enough experience in that area. All the enterprise shops I've worked in use VMware.
Yeah. So they're looking for alternatives, because how much can you trust, you know, the company anymore? They may just double the prices again. Or, I don't know what they'll do. So, What do you think we should do? Should we start a try Hack Me Box?
Maybe start with a small cluster and see how it goes.
Patricum says. There are lots of
Yeah.
videos how to go to another hypervisors.
Yeah, I think they decided yesterday that they can't just stop VMware in 3 days, you know, which was kind of obvious. So they'll have to do 3 more years. So they'll just have to see how much they can limit it down, and then try different other things and build up another system beside VMware. So they won't add stuff to VMware. So they had, I don't remember the name, but it was something that I had not heard of, an alternative. But they were about the same price, I think, as the VMware new thing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Arduku says.
XCPing?
Translated from Haitian Creole.
I'm not familiar with that, but I will have to Google. So let's do that. I remember him saying that this other solution that we're looking at was probably built on Proxmox, I think, but maybe like a more professional version then. So let's see. Because I'm also thinking, what should I use on my machines? Of course, I will need something free. Thank you for the reply, Security Live. Thank you. By the way, I didn't thank you. I'm starting to feel awake too, actually. That's nice. Just 1.5 hours since I started streaming, and I'm starting to feel awake. Kinda nice to start easy and just fix your notes a bit. So, tell me about this, Patrick. No, Arduku was the one who suggested this, sorry. Looking back at chat and not keeping
Patricum
track of
says.
stuff.
Here, Tom, a great YouTuber, have tons of great stuff like XCPing. Weblink.
Okay. But I won't do his research for him or his companies, but I want to find stuff too, so. I won't look at YouTube videos. Very much, at least. On stream, so. I'll look at that later. Sorry, I should eat a bit of my breakfast. It's been in front of me in 1.5 hours now.
He is Foss Guy.
What is FOSS? I should know that, I guess, since it's food quality improvement. That sounds like more
Arduku says.
Free
What
and open
food?
source software.
Yeah. So Okay. Nice. I learned something. So FOSS is free and open source software. That's nice. Meaning, I'll probably find something here, right? But I was kind of just thinking, Proxmox sounds okay. Why not? So, but of course I should look at alternatives. Sorry. So, I know I have lots of tabs, and this this might just cause my computer, or my OBS to crash. So we should close a few down. Oh, that's the creator of the box. There was no others on that.
Patricum says.
But if you're being FOSS, you have to know a lot.
But if you're being fast, you have to know a lot. Being fast. Being free and open software. I don't get the connection. Yeah. How can you be fast? And how does that... You need to know a lot for that. Yeah, do that. Good night, Security Live. Good night. Sweet dreams. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Or another day. Where were I? Do you mean that if you're a company using free and open software, you have to know a lot? Because if you're just a normal person, you know, no one really cares what you do, right? Oh, seriously, why did you mute that? You don't have to mute anything here, you know the security alarm. I was thinking, why is it the TTS not saying that? And thanks again for the sub. 3 months. Has it been that long already? It's crazy. I'm just scrolling up here in chat. So, Patrick, explain. Was that what you meant? That if you're a business, then you need to really know what you're doing if you use free and open source software? Was that the thing? Or do you mean that he knows a lot because he even tells business what to do then, I guess? Oh, should we just look at something here? So we get, because I've never heard of this person. I always try to scroll so that it doesn't start videos. It's kind of hard. How does it have windows? Okay. On there. Virtualization guide for... oh, it's 1 hour long. Which one? Okay, so here we have VMware Alternative in 5 minutes.
Tom
That
here
sounds
from Warner
good.
Systems. It is December of 2023, and the Broadcom acquisition of VMware is going exactly as we expected it to. Let's talk about some alternatives out there. I won't really address
Maybe this is
Hyper-V
good.
in any
Right,
depth
close.
because I just don't think it's a great product. I've never thought it was a great product. If you want to argue with me in the comments, feel free. But Microsoft has also decided to discontinue the free version of Hyper-V, and because they don't have the resources, allegedly, according to their forum post, in reality is a company worth almost $3 trillion, doesn't want to put the resources into it, which really tells me their roadmap is just charging more for it. So let's talk about a better, more stable alternative option such as XCP-ng and Proxmox. Now let's start with Proxmox because I know it's one of the most popular ones out there for the home lab people. I have run some polls in my forums, and absolutely Proxmox comes out on top for the home lab use. We know it's used in business, we just don't run into it very often, and sometimes when we do, it's because people have tinkered with it too much. So the reason the home lab people love it is also sometimes the problem when we've seen supporting it of, well, all these weird customizations you did because it's just Debian underneath with KVM. You can do a lot of customizations, doesn't mean you always should. That's not really a dig at Proxmox. It's actually probably why the home lab people like it so much. Now, if you just load Proxmox straight and do the paid version and get these stable updates, I think Proxmox is actually a pretty solid choice. I've not seen any of the Proxmox systems scale as big as XCP-ng, but there's another reason I don't see it in businesses often, and that comes down to the way they license it and the way they do their support. And basically, their support is limited to office hours in Germany during normal business hours. They have a response time, but there's no real SLA to get it escalated very fast for Proxmox. So it kind of makes it a little bit less attractive for businesses looking for a solid support option with a subscription. Now, this is where I come back to XCP-ng and Xen Orchestra. Fully open source, all features, great for people who want to use it in the home lab. And I've done some videos on how it works, the architecture of it, and it's actually formatted in a way more like how VMware works. XCP-ng is very similar to ESXi, and Xen Orchestra is similar to vSphere because Xen Orchestra is an orchestration tool that can manage many instances of XCP-ng. It can manage many instances of XCP-ng grouped together into resource pools, and then it can also manage multiple resource pools with a single instance of XO. Now, they did this for scalability, and I don't talk about scalability from the point of, well, they say they can handle X number of VMs or X number of hosts, but we have actually done a lot of consulting with many, many clients. You can also spend time in the forums that they have and see that, yes, there's some very large scale, thousands of VMs that we have managed with clients and done large scale migrations off of VMware, and their orchestration tool makes managing things at scale really easy. Combine that with a integrated backup that comes with it, and all of this is open source and free. But back to the support question. What about 24/7 support options with 1 hour response time? They have that too. The team at Vates behind XCP-ng and XO just released here in December their new bundled pricing, and they're still coming out with some more small business pricing and maybe available by the time you're watching this video. You'll find that linked down below with their support packages and the way their bundles work. But this does include people looking for enterprise level support, and their support has been absolutely amazing. And we are recommending XCP-ng as an alternative to a lot of people because of that support, because of the quality of the code, and because it's been extremely stable with the updates. Even if you don't have a license, if you are just using this in your home lab, the updates are extremely easy to load and have never caused me any problems. I started with the 7 versions of Xen, moved into the 8 version, and pretty soon here we're going to have 8.3. I believe it's going to be pretty soon. We'll have a full version of that. Their current release stable here in December 2023 is 8.2, but the updates for that have now included quite a few updated drivers for things. And once again, you don't have to pay a subscription to get the stable versions of it. This is just something that comes with it, even if you're using the open source one. So Xen is what we've been recommending to many of our clients, and I think it's a solid choice. I have a whole playlist talking about all the features and architecture of Xen. I'm a little bit less versed in Proxmox, but I will link towards my friends' videos that have whole tutorials on things like Proxmox, how to get started with it, how to set it up. Both Jeff at Craft Computing and Jay from LearnLinks TV have a great series if you're looking to learn more on that. So I still think it's a good option, and I do realize it's going to be probably more popular in home lab, especially because of the tinkering that you can do. But if you're looking for a business use case with support and 24/7 response, that is going to be something you want to look at from the Vates team at XCPNG. Love hearing from all of you. Let me know what you think is the right alternative to this and what might be a good solution for you. Love hearing of the other ideas you may have. Leave them in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content.
So, now we know a tiny bit more about the comparison, at least, right? Or I do. But we didn't see anything about XCPNG, really. It was really more about Proxmox, right? And how it's not a good support. Though we have the same time zone as Germany, though. Oops. "18 minutes. I took the opportunity to finish my breakfast there. So I'm not thinking I wanna watch more video, really. But let's add another tab and let's subscribe to this so that I can look at it later. At least I didn't increase too many tabs there, right? Let's see if we can get rid of a few of these. Or we can just add them into this. So what is this? Oh, right. These were tips I got. These are tips I got. So, but this is not... We don't need all Kali tools list. This one we don't need to save because I already have it here. Because I was thinking, what tiny distros are there of Linux to try? Yeah, and these were also people sending me links. This is just Twitch, and this we can remove. I was looking for a raid there, I guess. Yeah, and Tiberius sent me this yesterday. Because I wanted to know more about the XML requests that Al sent there on his stream. And that's why I'm so tired. Oh, right, this is the thing I rated yesterday. But I've listened to it now. So, yeah. And I found his page. I don't remember what that one is, but I want to check it. Yeah, this is one of the Dare Search Google. Is this hacking articles good? Have you heard of it? Is it just another blog among lots of them? Let's get rid of a few tabs. We still have lots. Just so it doesn't crash. Alright, this was a link to exactly that bit. Well, that we can close. That we can close. And you didn't see that, of course. Right, you know, this is from Malesreds. I was trying to see how Narcissus I spell. I was trying to look for the book that he was talking about. So there, I found the name of it. And that's I searched for him. Yeah. Yeah, that's his. We're getting rid of lots of tabs there. Right, and I added my GitHub here. For my guy here, for Tuase, who wasn't... I hope he's sleeping now. That was just, oh yeah, right. So let's, of course, follow him too. And we got the suggestion that we have to go to, or we should find news on Twitter. And I almost never at Twitter, so I thought, well, I open it and then I search on this. How old are you? That was kind of funny. Oh well, I guess I should. I only look actually at Twitter when people talk about it. That's the image I got. This is Discord. Maybe I should keep that
No
one
USB
open.
frown.
No USB. I was thinking of sending a DIN connector image, and I got an image, and then I clicked to on the the reply thing, and then the first thing that popped up was exactly that image, and I thought, oh, okay, that's boring. You don't have to show the connector, on oh, PS2 is new, right? But that's how I see if I... Oh my, what did I manage to take down now? Anyway, I found another chopstick on the table. That's AliExpress delivery too. I'll have to take that down with the bowl later. So, we have like half the number of tabs kind of quickly. That's nice. And we can remove that one too. So we'll look at that later. The question is now, we have the TryHackMe ones still here. So maybe we should